Libra Cup starts tomorrow, yet people are still quite confused about stamina and stat requirements in general, and in my opinion, it is actually confusing. These stat requirements are brutal, and they're in some cases not even possible to hit for many players. And Uma with this stat line is already a 14,000 plus rated one, and that's just to put into perspective how ludicrous of a stat line this is. And to tell you the truth, you won't be hitting these stat lines without a 3 plus limit break Super Creek and a 3 plus limit break Kita-san. So what do you do if you can't? And how do you know if you have enough stamina? I could tell you that you just need 1050 stamina plus 2 gold recovery skills, but I have something even better than that. I use this emulator here to calculate what are my chances of my Uma surviving. So let's go ahead and plug in this gold chip stats, and we can see here that she's more than fine on stamina. But how about this one right here? Let's take a look. So at Great Mood, this gold chip will have a 60% spurt rate and an 80% survival rate. So what does this mean exactly? Based on the gold recovery skills that she has and her wit, we can tell that 60% of the time, this gold chip procs both her recovery skills and they can immediately start their spurt right as a late race begins. And about 80% of the time, they proc at least one gold recovery skill and they do not die out during the race. If you flip these numbers around, we can see that you have a 40% chance to have a weaker spurt and a 20% chance that this gold chip will flat out run out of stamina. And even though 40% looks like quite a big number, it's very difficult to determine how big of an impact this will have. My opinion is that hitting your acceleration skills has a bigger impact on whether or not you can win. Your spurt rate will affect this, but it's not the end of the world if you don't get a full spurt. So I've talked for a while, and I didn't even tell you how much stamina you really need. If you want to just coast by and get to Group B finals, you just need to win twice in the first round and once more to get to the finals in the next round. If that's all you're aiming to do, then this stamina and guts is already around the ballpark you want to hit. This is because all you need to do is to get one lucky lobby and proc all your skills and have enough power and speed to actually accelerate towards the finish line, and you'll have more than enough chances to win. However, for Group A, you'll need more than just luck to win 3 or more lobbies. I believe that anywhere around 1050 stamina, 500 guts, and 400 wit will be fine. Will your Uma still have a chance to die or have a weaker spurt? Yes, and everyone will deal with the same issue. Notice how I mentioned 500 guts? Be careful if you're using power decks. Even if you have 1000 plus stamina, your guts might be lacking and that could be your downfall. So if you have trouble hitting the stamina requirements, the first stat I would sack is power, but any power value lower than 950 is really pushing it. For speed, I would never want to sack any value lower than 1170. And even with that, the stat line requirement is still the same, and it's just a consequence of doing long CMs. And at the end of the day, for many players, it will be an RNG battle for which Uma procs No Stopping Me and any other accelerations. Thanks for watching, and let me know how your runs go, and subscribe.